Hi and welcome. This is Jackie Geisinger, Regional Director for the Amber Region, General Market, entire United States. I want to welcome you. This is week 3 of our 4-part series of Smart Start Sunday, a place where we gather for new consultants and renewed consultants or leaders who need a fresh start, a restart, a renew you. So welcome to week 3. This is going to be Smart Tools. So you want to watch either the modules or the live training. We have one link of each. One will be a longer version. One will be about half that time so that it's based on your time and your needs. Some people like to see people interacting and be able to see. Some people just want to get through looking at the slides and hearing the purpose of the slides through a module. Whatever your learning is, great. Truly, I prefer your live because live is where the questions are answered. You learn from each other. There's networking, sharing, and time to be there for you. So again, you choose it, but it's every Sunday night, 6 p.m. on Zoom. Just go to Zoom, join a meeting, 101-700-599. All the details are always in your workbook, okay? So again, welcome to the business. If it's your first time, great. If you can go in series, part 1, part 2, great, because we sort of minimize week to week. Even though there's repetition slides, we minimize a little bit what we focus on. Okay, so, and we've got great trainers, by the way. When you go live, you're gonna love them. So there's 8 great ones. So let me give you a quick view. All right, so let me get to my desktop for you. Bear with me. And get you ready for our slideshow tonight. So I'm going to do very minimal because we're doing a module. So bear with me here. We'll get you ready for your show. All right. So again, Smart Start Sunday. We have 4 different topics. This one is the Smart Tools. You have 8 great trainers. They're not your manager. They're not your coach, but they are volunteers. They have been leaders in the business. They are our top sellers, sponsors, and builders, and they have a passion to grow the United States and love to train. So 8 of them, they volunteer for us here in our region. Each week you've got a dynamic duet, and each week you have a different topic. Again, we do want you to make sure that you get registered. Look in your workbook, click that link and get yourself registered, or join us on WhatsApp. We'll send you the registration if you need it, or ask your manager for it. If you're brand new, look in your email. We've got that registration for you. All right. So the second thing that we do every week, I won't explain this at all this week, but also in your email or in the unit where we store everything on Facebook, you have a conversation tracker. You want to do that each week with your leader. How many people did I talk to or did I meet along my way or at my parties or appointments? What were my results? Track what you did, who you talked to, and make sure you ask for referrals and you do follow-up. Put it in your book. Your brand is your follow-up. Your brand is your service, okay? So this is the key to this business. It never changes. Even Jan Day would say, oh, do you have your contact list with you? Great. How many appointments do you have on your calendar? How many classes do you have on parties? So being in control and always being ready to be on whatever system, be it paper, be it in the JAFRA app, be it in your phone, be it in your contact list, whatever you work best for organization. We're just giving you in this paper format the things you always want to remember to ask and invite people to do, okay? All right, let's keep rolling. Also in your workbook, this is where, let me move things around a little bit. This is everything that you need, all the websites. By now, you should be on all the websites, have your own website. You also should have all the information in your favorites for how to contact the company, your sponsor, your manager. Always know your case number because you're going to be sponsoring along your way. You should be already connected to all of these Facebook groups and have your own group, maybe even by now, and your team group. Remember, we store everything on this Facebook page right here. Make sure every time you sponsor, you add that consultant, have her request to join that group. And we store everything, all of the slides, the workbook, conversation starters, our mini recordings, our long recordings, All of those are stored on the Facebook group that I'm pointing at here. Go into the units and do the one that says Smart Start Sunday. Everything is there for you. Remember, you should be on WhatsApp by now, so I hope you're loving that. Make sure you're seeing where we store everything on YouTube, and you've got Zoom everywhere from your phone to your tablet to your computer, and this is the way you can always contact me for any additional help. All right, so our topics don't change every week. We're going to go to training topics, tools, and some action steps today. Again, if you are new in your first year, you're still earning Royal Jelly for a year. In your first 6 months, the iPad, first 3 months, the products. First month, don't miss out on your free product and your packs. Talk to your manager, all right? So we welcome you again to week 3. Remember to go back to week 1 and make sure you've got your 5 steps to success working. This is in your workbook also, because it's the shout out to success in this business. 5 steps, things you do every day and fit it in along your way. So we just want to talk about everything we've been saying, having conversations. Why does that matter? Because the tool that you have to live by is your phone and your calendar and tracking that system. How do you succeed in a direct selling business? Look at this. It's 75% of your time is spent talking to people, sitting down and experiencing JAFRA, inviting people to try your product, hear about the opportunity, posting and messaging people. 75% of your time. Then you're coaching with your manager every week, right? Good, you always do that. Even the leaders coach with me or with their upline or both. Then you've got planning. You've got to plan your week. You've got to plan your day, like the IPA calendar we talked about in week 1, and that's in your workbook, in that regional calendar. And then you go to training. So make sure you block time. You'll always train your brain. I still, 38 years later, train my brain every single Monday, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. So I don't know. That's how I stay to be the best brand for the people I serve. Time is your number 1 tools. IPA's income producing activities. Is what I'm doing today going to get me the results I want on my why, which we did in week 1? What do you want from this business? What's your why? And how do you fit that in? You don't need more time. You need to be wiser with the time you spend. Effort in and income out. So how do you really succeed? Again, what are those activities? Schedule the time and fill it in with activities. Be a product of the product. We said this in, I believe, week 2 and week 1. Be a product of the product. Replace every product in your house with JAFRA. Know them, because I'll tell you what, you'll naturally talk about them. You find a favorite lipstick, you tell everybody about it. You go to a favorite movie, you tell everybody about it. You want to share testimonies versus just posting on Facebook. Your why, again, always keep that why. It might change, like I shared in week 1, my why changed when my life changed. And you have chapters in life, and maybe I didn't want to have a dishwasher, but it broke, and suddenly I need to go do a party or 2 because I got to buy a dishwasher. So know your motivation, what you want to do, be, have, or give as a result of a successful business. Always have the list. We talk about that list every week. And know your story. Talking from your heart, not your head. Don't worry about the words. You can never say the wrong words to the right people. You can't. They're looking for you. They have a need to solve. So it's being able to tell stories. Your story, we did this in week 2, talking about your story, but why you think they'd make a great story with our products, being a hostess, being a consultant. So again, your journey will change. Your stories will change. The way I talk to a mom might be different than the way I talk to someone who owns her own business, because I used to own 4 other businesses of my own. And so I would talk to her maybe a little different than I do a mom, which I can relate to, because this is what I did when I was a young mom. I'm not a mom anymore of young kids. My kids are 23 and 30. So now I have a different story why this business is awesome with older kids, right? So again, inviting people. What is the language I say? What do I do? We're going to help you with that with week 3 and 4. Okay. And your brochures, like we showed you in week 1 and 2, have the words that matter. And so does your training websites. And it's really just setting up time to connect to people. That conversation, and we talked about last week, how the fifth connection is where you get 80% of your responses. And many times when you follow through to the fifth time, which most people quit at the second or third seed dropping, 90% of salespeople quit there. They never got to their yes. And it wasn't them. They thought it was because they listened to their head, but they just didn't follow up and tell people that what they were going to do in a quick little follow-up system. A video here, a sample here, then I'll send you a book. That's, again, just connecting, right? So those are the key activities. And the number one tool is your time. So that's what you're going to work again with your leader on. This, again, was that calendar we talked about in week 1. It's in your workbook. We posted a new one in our calendar unit on Facebook. It's planning time. So you don't need hours. You don't need to wait till you have more time or you're retired to do this. You can turn, as you saw last week in Making Money, you can turn 15 minutes into a back of the hand facial or mini facial, an hour into a party. You can do 5 minutes on coffee break and post, or make 2 or 3 phone calls on a 15-minute coffee break. Turn a lunch break into a facial. So there's so much you can do, but you have to plan. You will see on Sundays, planning your week and knowing how along my busy week am I going to plug in some activities. I know I've got to stop and get gas. Don't go to the pump, get in the store and thank the person behind the counter with a spa facial or a royal jelly sample. So again, plan where you're going to be, what you're going to do, and everything is here for you. And again, we have all of the training. We give you some posting ideas on Facebook up here. We give you the important IPAs, income producing activities, what to do up here, what to focus on, what days to do for facials or parties. And we give you the idea to just be your own hostess every week on Facebook Live, in Zoom, in a room, at work. So many different ways that you can really maximize this calendar. Okay, remember again, every week focusing on $400 and a new team member. Imagine adding that kind of income, our commission, every week and then a commission check every month. You can learn to start to double your income by doubling your efforts, building a team and building your clients. And parties is the fastest way. One person brings you 30 people on her guest list versus trying to find 30 people separately. That's just smart time, right? So you have all of that opportunity. When it comes to tools, when you go into the tools, we can talk about, again, setting goals, planning and tracking it. We've been talking about that in Smart Start. Products and samples, using those, brochures and books, sites and services, postings and pastings, right? We're going to just do a quick little tour on that. I'm just going to do shout outs. They're already in your workbook, but please use the workbook. The workbook doesn't work unless you work it with your manager each week. So make sure you've got your goal sheet filled out. Make sure by now, week 3, you should be using your weekly review sheet with your manager on your coaching call. Do the questions and track your results. Again, the conversation tracker. Find the system that works with you. Now we're going to make a list and practice some follow-up scripts, okay? And we have more tools for you. When you go into Be Beautiful, which is at JAFRAroyalty.com, you have, again, an income-producing activity calendar. If you don't know what that means, like our regional calendar, you can look on the back here, and it tells you some tips on how to turn time into income-producing activities. Then, if you want to keep a list of organization, I kind of like this. It's called Month at a Glance. When you go in there, you will see everything in a summary, a 1 or 2 page summary of all the highlights of the month, things to focus on, the tools we have, the marketing we have for the month, and all the incentives that you have to put your plan in place. So again, that's there for you. You can also see in our Be Beautiful training site all of our policies and procedures. Now you might start doing more posts, doing social.jafra.com. So you might have those questions. How do I do this? Can I do this? Everything is in the policy and procedure guide. So you always have a social media reference. So what are some of the best options that we have with JAFRA? Once it's on their skin there, and we always say that, well, guess what? Why not let the product do its walking and talking? You have great little sachets. Look at these prices. These are mini little packets. There's 9 of them for $4. What is that, about 60 cents a piece? My brain's not working. So again, very inexpensive. That's a little, is it 40 cents per little packet? We have them in Boost. We have them in Revitalize. Royal Jelly is who we are. So this is a wonderful plan. You want a simple marketing plan? Give away little packets attached to your business card, or put them in a little gift bag, and let people try the products for a 2 to 3 day complimentary facial, and do a skin test for you, and then do a survey. So that's a wonderful tool. We also have them on cards if you don't want to tear off individual packets. They're called sachet cards, and this is a 3-step system on one postcard. They're beautiful. They talk about the product, and they're literally $2 a piece. To me, this is beautiful. This is the best gift you could give away. Thanking a waitress for her service, giving that as a gift to the person you got gas from, asking people, would you I'm so excited. We've launched a new Royal Skincare line. When was the last time you treated your face to a 3-day facial? And they might go, what are you talking about? Would you like to be a skin tester for me? I'm new in the business, and I'm treating 10 women this week to a 3-day skin test to try on half their face and see what this product does. It's amazing. Again, in 4 weeks, 96% of the women said their skin looked 10 years or 7 years younger. So again, that's not Boost, that's Revitalize, but you have great options. You will also see we have tester trays. Women love to play makeup. Pull those out of your bag. They'll want to play. Perfect in a break room or at work or in a fun girls' night out. We have foundation samples. We have applicators in our wholesale order form or online. We have scent seals in the brochure, 6 of them this month, that if you have people do a scent test, they can go in there and pick their favorites. I guarantee they're going to be selling Valentine's gifts. There's fragrance vials, little glass vials, and there's scent strips that, again, cost you just pennies to get people to try the product. We even have more if you want to invest more. If you think people would like to try it longer, we have our trial sets. The sachets on the card right here. This is the Revitalize. That was the Boost for that is 18 to 29-year-old skin. This is 30 and older. So you can see here, we have $2 sachet cards. The trial set is about 7 days for $4. And for $6, 10 to 14 days. I know some people even sell these for $10 or $20 trial, and they follow up, and typically they go into a system. But imagine if you gave away 1 sachet a day, you'd spend $40, right? Or you could do trial sets, that'd be $80. But imagine what would happen. Try it. Have people try it when you're brand new and do it on half their face. Give away 10 of them and see what happens. What if you did 10 a week? That's simple marketing. So that's how you can do this along your way using our tools. Again, I interviewed the top Royal Jelly sellers last year. They said that 1 in 3 people who tried the product bought a regimen. They didn't buy a piece. They bought a whole system up to $179 or did auto $99 Stay Royal. So again, it's a great booking tool, or they buy a kit and begin a business, or they become a customer. You have all the brochures. Look in your workbook. We put all the brochure, little pictures, and the codes, so you have easy ordering. You can go in and you can see the Stay Royal flyer, so you can help your customers save 40% with an auto replenish program. You have your hostess brochure, your 2 brochures, your order forms. Everything's in your workbook. And again, when you get your catalog, your monthly brochure, look in each department. Find your favorite features, like a restaurant. Our feature from the skincare department this month that I love most is this. This is from our spa department. This is from our fragrance. So look for that. I always look for the scent pages so I make more sense. Then go look at what's the biggest deal. Like, what do I think women want? They always want a great mascara. So you could find the page and say, but wait, remember you do an add-on, right? Kind of McDonald's supersize, right? Do you want to add this in for $1? Don't miss out. Do you want to add and try the gotta try, gotta buy mascara? So would you like to add that to your order today? Pick your favorites from your departments, find your scent pages to make more sense, find your favorite feature item that you think women would love this month, and then what's your gift focus? February is always Valentine's Day, right? So always be of service to help them save time and money from making decisions and knowing products to buy. You'll also see we do training the last Tuesday of every month on the new party themes for the next month and how to use the new hostess offers. So we have that for you so you can start to see once you get 3 or 4 practice parties how we give you more new theme parties like we showed you last week with the Dolce Vita, which is in this month's action brochure, giving you new ideas for parties each and every month. And always think about the reason for the season. Why do people join in winter, the beginning of the year? They have new hopes, new goals, new dreams, new convictions to be better, and this business could be their solution to get out of debt this year. Kind of that new you, New Year's resolution. It changes every month, and your story does too. We have all your brochures for sales and all your brochures for sponsoring. We've talked about each week, and it's in your workbook, the Earning Opportunity Guide, the opportunity brochure, and we even have a flyer. There's a program called JAFRA Salutes You that if they are connected to the military program, you can read all of that and be beautiful. You know what? We give them their business kit at 50% off. We even have prospecting surveys or lead slips you can do at businesses, which we talked a little bit about last week, how to have $400 weeks. So all your tools for building sales and sponsoring are in your company. It's all done for you. So you can copy and paste links to it, you can download it, or you can post it on your pages, or you can buy them, okay? And again, remember, your brochures have all the words. So the tools are here to help you feel confidence. The best accessory is confidence. It comes from practicing, and it comes from using what we've got. You don't have to study and wait for a PhD. So you can buy all of these, like I said, you can copy and paste. Everything is there for you. Because I don't have a live audience, I won't do a live tour, but I showed you last week how that little link that looks like a little chain link, right? That's where you click there, it'll pop up to copy. You click copy, you open up a text, open up an email, open up your Facebook page, boom. Click paste on your mouse and away you go. So we'll show you next week more about social.jafra.com. We showed you last week how to do your starter party or your ribbon cutting party. There's more tools. Again, we put them in your workbook, but look at, you've got how to do Boost for the 18 to 29-year-olds. We even have a fragrance guide so that you know how to help people with fragrance, which is a huge market, $48 billion market. Skincare is $80 billion. Makeup and spa are $15 billion. Look within here, you will see the family trees. So I think I've got mine handy. So you literally teach them top notes. You've got to go to the fragrance party training. It's amazing. And so you know what family they like. So you could ask a woman for Valentine's Day, I know you want to buy your husband a fragrance. Tell me, walk into his fragrance shelf. What brand does he use? You could Google what family tree is his brand in. What family of fragrances is that in? It'll give you a category called Oriental, Woody. If you look in here, you'll be able to know the entire fragrance family, not just one bottle, but 6 or more fragrances that that man we know would like. So they're only categorized into so many families. Watch our fragrance training. It's pretty amazing the simple smell and sell business you could have just from your books along your way every day. Coming soon, will be the aroma computer, right? So when it comes to makeup, we have a makeup guide. I love our makeup guide as well because you can take the fragrance or the skincare, I can't talk, the color guide. This is our Stay Royal, our Royal Jelly makeup line. It shows you how the pencil matches the lipstick and the lip glosses all the way across, so you don't have to be a makeup artist. To pick a foundation, you don't have to carry everything. You can hold this in the light and match their foundation to the brochure. Trust me, if you're 1 or 2 colors off, it'll still work with their skin. It's Royal Jelly. It blends beautifully. So these guides, you want to keep adding to your kit. They're tools. So you can see here, again, that checklist of all the tools that we talked about in week 1. And you can share these videos, how to get social. So again, copying and pasting is what it's all about, and posting. Remember this link. You click on that when you're in Beautiful. You copy, you click it, it'll say copy, you click OK. There it is, it's a live link. You open up anything on your phone or in your computer, wherever you're working, your tablet. You open up an email, you hold your mouse down, click paste, and there's that link. So however you choose to do it. Watch these videos. I won't do it with you live here, but watch these videos. There's 4 key ones here for sponsoring and for product that will help you build your 4 first parties, your maybe 4 first clients, and again, your potential 4 first team members. So join us live. They do a lot of action steps for you, but I just want to come back to the action I'm going to give you for homework with your leader this week. It's pretty simple. It's your story. Remember the honeycomb of success? If you were with me live, I'd have you take a few minutes and answer these questions. We're going to do this with your leader this week. So as you introduce yourself, that opening of the party or you're meeting someone out and about. Hi, my name is Jackie Geisinger, right? I am so excited. I'm a skintellectual. I'm an aromacologist. I'm a beauty advisor. I'm a skin eraser specialist or an age eraser specialist. I'm a wrinkle fighter. I'm a wrinkle doctor. I don't care what you say you are, but I literally in my life, I remember I was 18 when I met JAFRA. I went to a facial. My mom had used the skincare. I had a facial, tried it on half my face. That's where I was introduced to JAFRA. And when I tried the product, I really wanted at that time the skincare. I was 18. I wore a lot of makeup. I'm a fashionista, but I was using so much hodgepodge. I went to bed with more Oxy 10, 1006. I just aged myself. And yet I would steal my mom's Estee Lauder, and I never had good skin. I had to use makeup to cover it up. I've got to tell you now, I was really impressed with those products. My skin in 5 minutes, I think my facial was 15 minutes. My skin changed the minute the skincare hit. I learned about good skincare regimens. I was doing nothing properly, even though I worked in the cosmetics department at the drugstore. But I was impressed with the product. I was impressed with the prices. And age 18, I left that day with my business kit, and JAFRA helped me pay my way through college. So look at the questions on the screen. And JAFRA helped me become a stay-at-home mom, gave me the freedom to also experience other businesses, and it gave me hope to give hope to other women. The best part of it is what it taught my kids. They're both amazing at goal setting, financial freedom, learning to be hard workers, how to have conversations and good customer service with people. They're both serving people from a butcher store to running a restaurant. And I just love that this was a great business to raise my kids, but to teach my kids. So make up your story. If you're brand new, maybe you don't have that story, but you have a story. In your life, you were introduced to JAFRA how, and what were you looking for, and why did you say yes? What were you impressed with from the company to the products? How is JAFRA going to help you in the future, or how has it helped you in the past? And what do you think the best part is? The best part might be watching their skin change tonight. So remember, there's posts, there's pastings. but the best is your story or using someone else's story. And on your Facebook page, don't just post, tell stories. Go Facebook Live with someone else, connect them, and tell stories. So that is our part 3 of sharing. There's so much you can post from those brochures. There's so many tools that you have here, again, to review with your leader from your workbook. I want to end and say thank you. We give you the tools to be a successful CEO, to be a successful YAB owner, your own business. I challenge you to use your tools, use your time wisely. Time is the best tool you have. Plan it wisely and get paid income producing activities for the efforts you put in. You don't need more time. Just be smart and work with your Smart Start manager, right? And we'll see you in our final week next week. Thanks for joining us.